my song. Let's sing it. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Come on, it's gonna be fucking awesome. You know the words. It's gonna be fucking awesome. That's insane. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah!
It's live action for Thursday, baby. Time to celebrate the magic of real people on screen. Films, TV shows, whatever the fuck hits hard and stays with you all through your life. And today, it's the fucking Transporter, man. I love that franchise. But the Transporter, the first one, I can remember seeing that with my ex-wife. We just loved it. It was so sexy and stylized and cool. I love his cute little Asian girlfriend. Yeah, I love it, man. I'm your host, Jason Snyder, the coolest man alive, the anti-cinephile, seeking the best in entertainment without pretension, and I am pumped to dive into something incredible with you today, the Transporter #1. Monday, we blasted some killer tunes with Skid Row's Slave to the Grind for Music Monday. If you missed it, go back and turn that shit up. It was a really great episode, gave a lot of behind the scenes to some of the conversation that, I don't know, maybe you might have heard. A lot of fans have been calling for myself, Jesse Blaze Snyder, to replace my father, Dee Snyder, as the singer of Twisted Sister for the tour that they had announced. I talk a bunch about that, and also while I'm celebrating Sebastian Bach, who's another name that gets brought up alongside mine in terms of people that they might like to see perform as the head of Twisted. And I love Sebastian, so I just wanted to, just speak his praises as well, since so many nice things were saying. But also, there were some people who were being like a little, I don't know. I felt like there was like some negativity going because somebody's like, not Sebastian Bach, it should be a Snyder. And I'm like, Sebastian's awesome. We're honored. The Snyders are honored for Sebastian to even, if he would consider it. Tuesday, we got animated with the genius of Monsters, Inc. To Pete Docter. I love that Pete Docter. I gobble the man. I love you. I will eat you. Yeah, he did Up. Up is so good. Monsters Inc. though is my favorite. I love Up. Monsters Inc. is so good. I've been wanting to talk Monsters Inc. for forever, and I keep pushing it down because I've been doing so many Disney ones. But I did on Tuesday. It's finally done. Finally out there. And then we cracked open one of the greatest places to get into Spider-Man. There's a few actually that are good starting points for Spider-Man, but there's a story arc called Brand New Day that lasts for years. It was 3 issues a month. Amazing Spider-Man was coming out. It had some of the greatest writers and greatest artists at Marvel at the time, all working on it for a few years, and then the lead writer kept on with Spider-Man for, I don't know, I want to say almost a decade afterwards. He kept doing Spider-Man. So if you ever wanted to get into Spider-Man and you start with this Brand New Day arc that I recommend on Wednesday, if you start with it and like it, you could be reading Spider-Man, like have a good place to start reading and continue reading Spider-Man for a very, very long time. I mean, and even like, I think the thing that when Dan Slott finally got out of the way, I think the next one was maybe it was Nick Spencer and he had Ryan Otley. And, there was some controversy here or there, but a lot of people seem to like that run as well. And certainly I want to check it out just for the Ryan Otley art. He was the dude who created Invincible with Robert Kirkman, like his style. But yeah, this Spider-Man Brand New Day arc that I recommend on Wednesday. If you've ever had any interest in getting into Spider-Man, go check out that show, because that'll get you there. That'll get you in there, and you'll be really enjoying it. Tomorrow is, of course, Wildcard Friday, and it's going to be a great one because we're doing Penn and Teller's bullshit, which I used to be like total skeptic, atheist. I was a Penn Jillette disciple. And it's kind of funny because I am so not anymore, even though I still love Penn. Still understand Penn very, very well. Understand the psychology of what's going on with the people who are going, this is bullshit and that's bullshit. And I want to talk about it because I still want to celebrate it. I still think it's worth people's time. I kind of think it's becoming a bit of a time capsule in the Epstein Island, Epstein Files time frame as things are coming out. So many things have been proven, some of which I think, like, I have a list of all the episode topics that they've done, and I'm going to go over them tomorrow. and kind of just talk about all the ones that I now know are not bullshit. But I really do think it's interesting to look at that and look at their perspectives, because their perspectives are real. There's a consensus reality. There's lots of people out there who think just like them, and it's to be on the other side and be going, wow, I can see why this isn't bullshit. That is true, but to be seeing genuinely why some people do think so, I don't know. I think it's useful. So tomorrow we're gonna do that. And of course, I still haven't locked in Saturday's Mother Show, but last Saturday was Pure Fire, celebrating the new Muppet Show special with Sabrina Carpenter, and it was fucking awesome. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. I talk about a whole bunch of things behind the scenes with the Muppets. Like, I've been trying to work for the film Muppet stuff for, well, there was a moment where I was really trying to get in there. Then I ended up basically not getting in there, and then I just hadn't bothered to sort of follow up anymore because it didn't look like the door was open um, in the way that I needed it to be. I may submit myself again for some Muppet writing soon, because now I think maybe the door is open in some ways. That episode was glorious. If you're a Muppet fan, go check it out. And previous week, I did an episode all about the recent Toy Fair, and I covered it doing an interview with my bestie Digger Mesh, who has owned his own toy companies like Art Asylum, and worked on so many huge projects for various toy people. And he had some major perspective on the show, because, like, he hadn't gone since, like, his first show was like 93 or something. That, I mean, that's not how it hadn't been 30 years since he went, but he hadn't gone in a while, and like he had started in the 90s. So I just kind of interviewed him just a whole bunch about all the Toy Fair stuff, and what the difference was, how it's changed, and got so much great stories out of him, so many great pieces of information about working for Marvel and DC, and just all the shit that he did. Um, Not DC. I was thinking Star Trek and other ones. So yeah, Toy Fair or Muppets, either one of those. Saturday Mother Show, go check it out. And of course, 6-7 months now of every fucking week, I give you 5 recommendations for one for a comic, one for animation, one for live action, one for the wild card. I mean, come on, man, like you gotta be getting there. You gotta be so happy. You have to have so many albums to listen to, so many fucking. Write me, JBS at blacklightdistrict.studio, and let me know. Jesse, you made me watch Hudson Hawk, and it sucked. I haven't recommended that one yet because I am nervous that some people might not like it, but I'm going to warn them that it might not be good. Um, Blacklightdistrict.studio is my boutique comic book and music publishing company. We can read and listen to everything for free right now. You can read and listen to Fucking for Our Future #1, our hysterical sci-fi battle of the sexes that came out last year. It's got its own jingle, Big Titties, from DILF USSR. That's right, the Fucking for Our Future jingle is called Big Titties, and I promise it's funny. Both of them are. Check them out for free at blacklightdistrict.studio. Okay, we're jumping into this live action masterpiece in just a second. But the last thing I want to say before we roll is I fucking love you. Care Bear stare to every single one of you out there listening to the show. Thank you so much for listening and riding with me. Now let's light up the screen and get into it. All right, guys. I don't know if you guys are like me and big fans of Mr. Well, we'll say Guy Ritchie. Guy Ritchie introduced us to Jason Statham in I don't know, fucking maybe 8 years or something like that before this movie came out to him. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels is the first Guy Ritchie movie. It is so good. Snatch is maybe that much better, but Lock, Stock is glorious and really worth your time. Guy Ritchie's catalog in particular is worth your time. He's a little inconsistent in the middle, but he has managed to get himself back on track. The Gentleman TV show that they did on Netflix, which you can't even find anymore. I don't understand. You can't rent it anywhere. I couldn't find the Gentleman TV show that Netflix had anywhere. It is so good, so good. You have no idea. I don't know how. I forget the story of how Jason and Guy knew each other or whatever, but he brought him in, and very quickly, Jason became, you know, this action star. And this movie, The Transporter, is really where things like opened up, and like they tried to give him just his own vehicle, and it went well. This came out in 2002 from Europa Corp and 20th Century Fox, which was the U.S. distribution. Um, Europa Corp because he's an English guy, so they would like I bet he'd be a leading man in England, and he was more than just a leading man in England. Jason Statham plays Frank Martin, his character, who is very meticulous, kind of OCD getaway driver. The movie opens with him just literally like hanging out nearby in a parking garage, doing everything very specifically, and then heading over to a bank where he's supposed to pick up these robbers. And he literally will not move the car because he was told there was only going to be 3 people, and there's 4 people, and the weight is off, and he can't guarantee that everything will be right because there was only supposed to be 3. So of course the guy has to make an executive decision at a certain point, kills this guy, and then Jason does his driving, and of course drives like mad all around the city. He's in France. It's like takes place in France mostly. Like that's like where he lives, even though he goes to different places. Um, and this is like he's like an ex-military guy who's like hiding out doing these jobs, and he's very normal. There's his eventual love interest is played by Shu Kai, named Lai. And then Francois Berliand plays Inspector Tarconi, who's like the French inspector who keeps getting sent by him. I love him. He's really charming and great, and his dynamic with Frank Martin is really solid, and creates the whole kind of tension for this movie. Essentially, like Jason Statham is very grounded and he has a very kind of plain life, but then he'll have like these momentary things where he'll go out and he'll do something, make his money, whatever, and then he comes back and it's back to his plain life. And since essentially, this inspector, he just really grounds it all in like makes the character that much more realistic because he's somebody who's had to visit this guy before. He can never get anything on him, but he knows on some level, or he suspects on some level, this may indeed be the criminal who I'm dealing with right here. But he's so good at it. It's directed by Louis Letterer, Louis Letterer, and Corey Yuen, who I guess was partly there doing some of the fighting scenes, directing stunt stuff. A producer and writer was Luc Besson. He's very talented. Music by Stanley Clark. It spawned 2 sequels and a fucking reboot. It established Jason Statham as a global action star. Strong international performance, 44 million worldwide. It was a modest budget, strong DVD market performance. It's like when you can do that, when you can make a movie for that cheap and it can go worldwide and be successful everywhere, and you didn't spend that much money on it, and it sells well at in DVDs, and it's a karate movie, blah blah blah. Great shit. It's a very minimalist action premise, no names, no questions. That's the his whole thing. He's just going in there to be the transporter. But of course, like you get a lot of character through this minimalist character. It helped popularize actually the precise martial arts meets European crime style that has become super fucking popular with John Wick and all this stuff. This so much of what you see in the Transporter was the beginning of this genre, like really opening up and becoming what it is. It's very very practical stunt, heavily emphasized, and it's a key entry in the early 2000s. European action wave, and there was others that came out through at that time. Just wanted to pull up a couple more of the factoids information about this guy, because the writer and the director all have some fabulous credits and are worth exploring more deeply. Luc Besson is known for The Fifth Element writer. He's known for Lucy. He's known for one of my favorites, Leon, the Professional. Um, I love fucking Fifth Element. I like Fifth Element maybe better than that other one. But he is a writer, and he has been really genuinely great and writing great flicks, and people have appreciated him. Um, for his great ideas. 3 Days to Kill, Taken, trying to see some of the oh, he's responsible for the Arthur's movies too, huh? That's funny. Um, Taken, Transporter, 1, 2, 3, Unleashed. That's a good one with Jet Li. I like that one. Um, Also, Kiss of the Dragon, which is pretty cool. Another Jet Li one. Um, The Messenger, the story of Joan of Arc, which is cool. Fifth Element is excellent. I love the Fifth Element. Leon the Professional is amazing, and La Femme Nikita is groovy too. Point of No Return's cool. He's got a solid filmography. I highly recommend you check out anything that was written by Luc Besson, Locbesson. And then, as far as the directors go, Louis Leterrier, he became known most for The Incredible Hulk, which is sort of a weird one for him to be in the first one. Like, I was glad when I heard he was directing it, but like, it was just sort of weird for like the Hulk. It like didn't didn't really work. Um, but he has directed tons. I mean, he's got tons on his upcoming slate. He did Fast X. He did the the Brothers Grimsby. I really like the Brothers Grimsby. He did Now You See Me. Did I cover the Brothers Grimsby on the show? I think I did. It was fucking funny. Uh, Clash of Titans, Unleashed as well. So he's worked with Luke Besson a little bit as well. Um, he's a really solid director. And don't let the Incredible Hulk be the only thing for you. And then Corey Yuen, who did was co-directing on some level. He is a karate kung fu director, and he's got a ton of great things. I mean, he's also an actor because he's a stuntman. But That's how a lot of these great, stunt directors become stunt directors because they know how to do stunts and they know how to shoot them. And so there'll be a second unit director. You go shoot this. You go shoot this. You'll be able to do it better than me. DOA, Dead or Alive, The Twin Effect 2, The Transporter. Before he did Transporter, he did Enter the Eagles, The Avenging Fist. These are all Hong Kong movies. Hong Kong movies. Hero, Mahjong Dragon, My Father is a Hero, Black Rose 2, The Bodyguard from Beijing, Woman on the Run, Fist of Fury 2, The Legend. So, I mean, he's definitely got some credits. Game of Death 2. Um, Suffice to say, this thing is lovingly put together by some incredible, talented filmmakers, and has a great cast from Jason Statham, who proved that he could be a leading man. Shu Kwai is great. Matt Schultz plays Wall Street. He's like kind of the main bad guy that dude is dealing with. He plays one of the vampires in Guillermo del Toro's Blade 2. He's the one who like talks a lot, who's kind of the number two to Hellboy. The main Hellboy is the main vampire in that one. Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman's number two is played by Matt Schultz, and he's great in this movie. As far as anybody else of mentioning in the cast, not really. But scene wise, there are so many great scenes in this. I mean, from the opening scene of him just doing the particular transporting thing, from him dealing with the girl that he has to transport, him nearly getting blown up and then coming back to the house to kick the shit out of all these guys. There's an incredible like, I think this is the first fight scene on a bus. They end up in like a bus stop area where there's a shitload of buses that are just there, and he fights these guys in the bus. Not only does he fight these guys on the bus, but like 2 seconds later, he loses his shirt and ends up in this like warehouse next door where there's like oil, and it's like the repair station for the bus thing. And there's a big thing of oil, and he knocks over this oil can and has one of the most interesting fights with like 30 of these guys who are trying to get him, and he's slick and covered in oil and they're not, and he's like slipping out of all this. It's a very memorable fight. There's a shitload of memorable things in this movie. The Transporter franchise in general is really solid. If you like this, enjoy the other ones too. I do kind of remember they start kind of jumping the shark a little bit as it goes on, but they're really really solid. IMDb's got a 6.8 for this movie, and I'm just like, fuck you, IMDb. It's only PG-13. Watch it with your the right age kid or whatever who might like this. It's an hour and a half. It goes by fucking fast, and it is just all out action done totally fucking believably, played totally believably by Jason Statham. He's just on the money, perfect casting, and the direction, just the way it's laid out. It feels real. He feels like a real guy. It's funny, I was watching The Expendables 4 last night, and I liked it okay. And at a certain point I was like, man, he really doesn't play like characters. There's not like much characters. Because he just kind of shows up and plays Jason Statham, which is fine because he's Jason Statham. He's an action guy, and that's why we like him, because he's actually good and credible at doing the action things. But I would say, genuinely speaking, this is the best part that Jason has ever played. It does feel a little bit like a character. It does feel like it somehow complements a lot of his personal sensibilities on some level, and that like if this was going to be his real version of a Jason Statham action star, that maybe this is it. Speaking of that, apparently there's a movie called Jason Statham Stole My Bike, where Jason Statham plays Jason Statham having to, I don't know, do something Jason Statham-y. I really like all these fourth wall breaking things. But alas, that's really all I have to say. If you ain't tuning into my next level esoteric wisdom show, or what some people like to call conspiracy theory podcast, fuck you others. Everything they don't want you to know is awesome. It's every Sunday. There's no such thing as conspiracy theories. There is just inconvenient truths that lots of people don't want to know. And now people are being forced to know them so that we can stop them from being true. Right? We have baby eaters running our planet. Let's end that. Let's make sure that never happens again. Please. This is why I'm talking about these things. I'm not talking about them to sensationalize them. I'm talking about them to end them. We must end them. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to bring this shit into the light so we can finally make the world a better place. If that sounds like something awesome to you, listen to Everything They Don't Want You to Know every Sunday. We're creeping up on 500,000 downloads on that show, by the way. And climbing because of people like you and Coolest Alive have been we're rising over here too. We're almost at 1 million downloads a month for Coolest Alive every month. Been going up, getting closer and closer. Plus, if you love music, I have a third podcast. It's called All Your Favorite Bands Suck. It's available everywhere except for Spotify, and it celebrates every genre of music and eventually all my favorite bands in the world. Okay? Each episode is a celebration of one of my favorite bands that I don't feel like has gotten enough attention. There's a couple exceptions to that I feel like they've got plenty of attention, but I covered them anyway. But there's 54 bands now. The last one I covered was, who was it? Oh, Grandson. He's one of my favorite recent artists. So good. His music is so good. If you love music and you want some be turned on to some great new music, seriously, go check out the last episode that we put out of All Your Favorite Bands Suck, dedicated to Grandson. That's it. JBS at blacklightdistrict.studio. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. I will see you tomorrow for whatever wild shit we've got cooking. Oh, that's right. It's Penn and Teller's bullshit and calling bullshit on Penn and Teller's bullshit. I don't know if I'm going to have to name the episode that maybe. On another fucking awesome episode of The Coolest Alive. Peace out, my friends.
You've been listening to Coolest Alive with me, your host, Jesse Blaze Snyder. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more excellent entertainment recommendations. Thanks for listening.
It's gonna be fucking awesome. Come on, it's gonna be fucking awesome. You know the words. It's gonna be fucking awesome. That's insane. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah! It's my favorite part. Isn't that heavy? I played that. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Coolest alive. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Stay with your tribe. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Revenge of the Geeks. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Week after week. awesome, making you shout. I'm a genius. I got lyrics coming out me bum for days. You like that? It's a kazoo solo. I played that too. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Talking some shit. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Living the shit. My voice is fucking awesome. Food in our mouth. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Get in the mouth. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Tell all your friends. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Call right on text. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Raising the bar. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Straight to the stars. It's gonna be fucking awesome. It's starting soon. Straight to the top. First one pass in the moon. It's gonna be fucking awesome. On with the show. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Ready, set, go. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Just wait. You'll see. You'll all see.
The podcast playground. Hooray!